One of the biggest mistakes people make in the short-term rental business is confusing revenue with profit. A property can look absolutely amazing on paper, but that doesn't mean it's actually making you any money. Because at the end of the day, what really matters isn't what you earn, it's what you keep. So today, we're going to break down how to accurately estimate your income, your costs, and your profit.
Okay, so let's try a little thought experiment. Imagine you're looking at a potential property, and you see a number that gets you really, really excited. You're projected to pull in $85,000 a year in revenue.
I mean, that sounds incredible, right? For a lot of new hosts, honestly, this is where the math stops. And that is a massive, massive mistake. See, that big, flashy revenue number, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. The real question isn't just what the property earns, but what does it actually cost to operate? You've got cleaning, utilities, those booking platform fees, restocking all your supplies, and then, the stuff that always breaks, maintenance and repairs. These aren't just little things you can ignore. They are literally the core of your business model. And okay, so when you finally add up all those real-world costs, that super exciting 85 grand in revenue, it shrinks all the way down to just $18,500 in your pocket. That's your actual profit. Wow, it's a completely different story, isn't it?
So this right here brings us to a huge myth in this business. This idea that if the revenue is high, you must be killing it. But the truth is, revenue is it's just the starting line. It doesn't even come close to telling the whole story.
Yeah, I mean, think about it like this. You could have two properties, right? Both bringing in the exact same revenue. But if one is just this old money pit with crazy high utility bills and stuff breaking all the time, their profitability is going to be worlds apart. You really have to dig way deeper than that top line number. So, okay, how do you actually get a handle on your real income? Well, it all boils down to understanding three key things. The core drivers that actually create that number. First up, you've got your nightly rate. Pretty simple, what guests pay per night. Second is your occupancy. I mean, how many nights are you actually booked? And third, and this one's important, your length of stay, because that really affects your turnover costs. A super high nightly rate means nothing if nobody's booking it, right? So the real question isn't just, what can I charge? It's more like, at what rate and at what occupancy does this place actually make any money? Okay, so now let's flip the coin and talk about the other side of the equation. And honestly, this is where so many new hosts get into trouble. They just completely underestimate how much it costs to run this thing. I mean, just take a look at this list. It's not just paying for a cleaner. You've got utilities, internet, restocking everything. I'm talking soap, coffee, toilet paper, then the platform fees, dealing with repairs, replacing stuff that gets worn out. And hey, if you have a manager, there's that fee too. The cost side of this business is a really, really big deal. And a really smart way to get a handle on all this is to split your costs into two buckets. You've got your fixed costs. These are the things you pay no matter what, like your internet bill. Then you have your variable costs. These change depending on how busy you are. The more guests, the more you're going to spend on cleaning and supplies. And this is a total game changer because it proves that just getting more bookings doesn't automatically mean you're making more profit. So what this all comes down to is having a simple framework. Let's just call it the financial reality check. Step 1, figure out your revenue potential. Step 2, be super realistic about your occupancy. Step 3, list out every single one of your operating costs. And finally, step 4, calculate your actual real take-home profit. And having a framework like that is what helps you avoid another huge trap, planning everything around the best-case scenario. I mean, assuming you're going to have peak season demand all year with perfect occupancy, that's not a business plan. That's just a recipe for a whole lot of disappointment. Just look at this table for a second. In the optimistic scenario, yeah, the profit looks awesome, 45 grand. But what happens when we look at a more realistic set of assumptions for the nightly rate and occupancy? Boom. That profit plummets to 18,500. And if things go south, a conservative plan might only net you 5 grand. A healthy business plan, it's built around that realistic number in the middle, not the fantasy at the top. And this brings us to what might be the single most important lesson in this whole thing. Profit, not revenue, is the real signal that tells you if you have a strong business. It's the only thing that tells you if your business model is actually, working. So let's look at these two. Which one's the better business? Property A looks amazing on paper, right? high revenue, but look closer. Its profit margin is razor thin. Now, property B, it has a much healthier 35% margin, even though its revenue is lower. It's just more efficient, it's more resilient, and honestly, it's a much, much stronger business for the long haul.
So why are we hammering this home so much? Why is this financial clarity so critical? Well, it's because when you truly understand your real numbers, you just make way better decisions about, well, everything.
You'll make smarter choices about which properties to even buy in the first place, how you should price them, what kind of management style to use, even what kind of guests to attract, and how fast you can realistically grow. It's simple. Better decisions come from clarity, not just hype. So, if we boil all of this down to one main takeaway, it's this. A short-term rental business has to be judged on realistic income and all of its operating costs. Because profit is what tells you if the business is truly healthy. It's never just about what you earn, it's always, always about what you get to keep. So, before you jump on that next property idea, just ask yourself this one simple question. Am I just mesmerized by that big, shiny revenue number? Or do I really understand the full financial picture behind it? Honestly, asking that question can save you from a ton of expensive mistakes down the road.